Have you ever pondered about the influence of Asian people and events in the biblical narrative? Allow us to embark on a journey, unraveling the unseen influence of 9 Asian entities that have left indelible marks on the biblical narrative. We find the fabric of the Bible intricately woven with the threads of diverse cultures and civilizations. Among these, the Asian influences are particularly fascinating. These influences not only shaped the course of biblical events, but also played a significant role in the propagation of the faith. First on our list are the Persians, a people known for their empire's vastness and their king's wisdom. Then we have the Medes, allies of the Persians, who were instrumental in shaping the Middle Eastern landscape. We'll also explore the Parthians and the Elamites, 2 groups that left their mark on the early Christian church. The Parthians, famed horsemen of the East, and the Elamites, one of the oldest civilizations in the world, both find mention in the scriptures. The Babylonians, too, are an integral part of our journey. Their empire, their culture, and their influence on the Israelites during the period of exile are significant threads in the biblical tapestry. Next, we delve into the story of the Magi, the wise men from the East who followed a star to find the newborn king. Their journey is a testament to the far-reaching influence of the birth of Christ. We'll also take a closer look at Lydia, the first European convert to Christianity, and the people of Asia Minor, a region that played a crucial role in the spread of early Christianity. Finally, we'll explore Thyatira, Pergamum, and Ephesus, cities that were not only significant in the Roman Empire, but also held great importance in the early Christian church. These Asian influences, though often overlooked, provide a richer, more nuanced understanding of the biblical narrative. They remind us that the story of faith is a global one, woven together by countless cultures and civilizations. So, are you ready to delve into the world of the Bible and explore these fascinating Asian influences? Our journey begins with the Persians and the Medes, 2 significant Asian cultures mentioned in the Old Testament. The Persians, a mighty empire with a rich cultural heritage, came into prominence around the 6th century BC under the leadership of Cyrus the Great. This empire, known for its impressive architecture and innovative administrative systems, is mentioned numerous times in the Old Testament. It plays a crucial role in the books of Ezra and Nehemiah, where the Persians' tolerant policies allowed the Jewish people to return to their homeland and rebuild their temple. In the Book of Daniel, we encounter the Persians once again. The story of Daniel in the lion's den unfolds during the reign of Darius the Mede, who was a vassal king under the Persians. Daniel's unwavering faith in God, despite being thrown into a den of lions, is a testament to his trust in divine protection. Now let's turn our attention to the Medes, an ancient Iranian people who, alongside the Persians, formed the Medo-Persian Empire. The Medes are mentioned in the book of Isaiah, which prophesied the fall of Babylon at their hands. This prophecy came to pass when the Medes, allied with the Persians, overthrew the Babylonian Empire. In the Book of Esther, we find another fascinating link to the Persians and the Medes. The story revolves around a Jewish woman, Esther, who becomes queen of the Persian king Ahasuerus and uses her position to save her people from a plot to destroy them. The setting of this narrative is the Persian city of Susa, demonstrating the extensive reach of these Asian cultures in the biblical narrative. The Persians and the Medes, with their rich histories and significant roles in the biblical narrative, offer us a fascinating glimpse into the diverse cultures and peoples that make up the tapestry of the Holy Scriptures. Their influence is undeniably etched in the biblical narrative, marking the beginning of our Asian journey. Next, we encounter the Parthians and the Elamites, 2 more Asian cultures that have left their mark in the Bible. Let's explore these ancient civilizations and their biblical connections. The Parthians, originating from the northeastern region of Iran, were a formidable force from the 3rd century BC to the 3rd century AD. Known for their exceptional equestrian skills and mastery in archery, they were a significant player in the political and military landscape of the ancient world. Their mention in the Bible is a fleeting yet noteworthy one. In the Book of Acts, during the festival of Pentecost, Parthians are listed among the many nations who heard the apostles speaking in their own languages. In contrast, the Elamites, hailing from the southwestern region of Iran, were an ancient pre-Iranian civilization dating back to around 3000 BC. They are known for their contribution to art, science, and literature. Their script, Elamite cuneiform, is still not fully deciphered, adding an air of mystery to this ancient civilization. The Elamites are mentioned several times in the Bible, particularly in the book of Jeremiah. Jeremiah prophesied about the destruction of Elam, an event that historically aligns with the invasion by the Assyrian king Ashurbanipal in the 7th century BC. Interestingly, in the Book of Acts, just like the Parthians, the Elamites are also mentioned as one of the nations present at the Pentecost. This event is significant as it marks the moment when the Holy Spirit descended upon the apostles, enabling them to speak in various languages, including, presumably, Parthian and Elamite. These biblical references not only provide a glimpse into the geographical and cultural diversity present during biblical times, but they also highlight the inclusive nature of the Christian message, reaching out to people from all corners of the world. The Parthians and Elamites, while less known, have an intriguing presence in the biblical narrative. Their stories, though brief, remind us of the broad reach and timeless impact of these ancient texts. Now let's turn our attention to a culture that had a profound influence on the biblical narrative, the Babylonians. Emerging from ancient Mesopotamia, the Babylonians were a highly advanced civilization known for their impressive architecture, scholarly pursuits, and notably their powerful empire. In the Bible, they play a pivotal role, particularly in the Old Testament. The Book of Daniel is replete with references to the Babylonians, as it was during their empire that Daniel and his companions were taken captive. Babylonian King Nebuchadnezzar, with his dreams and fiery furnace, often takes center stage. The books of 2 Kings and Jeremiah also delve into the Babylonian invasion of Jerusalem, resulting in the famed Babylonian captivity of the Jewish people. It was a period of profound change and transformation, shaping the course of Jewish history and influencing much of the biblical narrative. The Babylonians, a powerful and influential culture, have a significant role in the Bible, particularly in the Old Testament. Moving on, we encounter a mysterious group known as the Magi, also referred to as wise men or kings. The Magi were likely court astrologers from Persia or Babylon. These learned individuals, steeped in the knowledge of the stars and ancient prophecies, played a significant role in the biblical narrative, particularly in the New Testament. Their prominence is most noted in the Gospel of Matthew, where they are depicted following a star to Bethlehem to pay homage to the newborn King, Jesus Christ. The gifts they presented, gold, frankincense, and myrrh, were not only lavish but symbolically rich, signifying Jesus' kingship, divinity, and eventual suffering. The Magi's journey, driven by faith and guided by celestial navigation, underscores the extent of Jesus' influence, reaching far beyond the borders of Israel. Their recognition of Jesus as the Messiah, even as outsiders, added another layer to the unfolding revelation of Christ's identity. The Magi, often associated with the Christmas story, add a touch of mystery and intrigue to the biblical narrative. Our journey continues with Lydia, a woman from Asia Minor, and the broader Asian community of the region. As we delve into the heart of the New Testament, we encounter Lydia, a notable figure whose story is captured in the Book of Acts. Lydia hailed from the city of Thyatira, located in the region known as Asia Minor, modern-day Turkey. She was a prosperous businesswoman dealing in purple cloth, a luxury item during those times, symbolizing her elevated status and wealth. Lydia's story is fascinating, not only because she was a woman of considerable influence, but also because she was one of the first converts to Christianity in the Western world. It was Paul and his companions who introduced Lydia to the teachings of Christ by the river in Philippi, as recounted in Acts chapter 16. Intriguingly, Lydia's faith and acceptance of the gospel were immediate and profound, leading her to be baptized along with her entire household. Turning our attention to the broader community, the people of Asia Minor, we find a rich tapestry of cultures and traditions. These societies, known for their artistry, trade, and intellectual pursuits, were also significant in the spread of Christianity. The region was a crucial intersection for commerce and communication, making it an ideal stage for the gospel to be propagated. The Book of Revelation also frames Asia Minor as a key region, with 7 churches addressed in its opening chapters. These letters, written by the Apostle John, highlight the spiritual struggles and triumphs of the early Christian communities in cities like Ephesus, Smyrna, and of course Thyatira, Lydia's hometown. The stories of Lydia and the people of Asia Minor serve as a testament to the diversity of the early Christian movement. They underscore how the gospel reached the far corners of the ancient world, crossing boundaries of ethnicity, social status, and gender. Lydia, a successful businesswoman, and the people of Asia Minor, steeped in their unique cultures, were all integral parts of the burgeoning Christian faith. Lydia and the people of Asia Minor demonstrate the influence of Asian cultures in the New Testament. Finally, we explore the Asian cities of Thyatira, Pergamum, and Ephesus. These ancient locales, rich with history, have left an indelible mark, not just on the map of Asia, but also within the sacred pages of the Bible. First up is Thyatira, a city located in modern-day Turkey. Known for its bustling trade, Thyatira was a vibrant hub of commerce. Its mention in the Bible is quite intriguing. In the Book of Revelation, the Church of Thyatira is addressed directly by John, who warns them against the teachings of a false prophetess. This highlights the significant role the city played in the spread of early Christianity. Our next stop, Pergamum, was another significant city in Asia Minor. Renowned for its cultural and intellectual prowess, Pergamum was known as a city where knowledge thrived. However, in the Book of Revelation, it's referred to as the place where Satan's throne is. This stark description underscores the spiritual struggle that was present in this city, giving us a glimpse into the challenges faced by early Christians. Lastly, we visit Ephesus. Described in the Book of Acts, Ephesus was an influential city in the Roman Empire, known for its grand temple of Artemis. However, it is most notable in the Bible for its strong Christian community, established by none other than the Apostle Paul. Ephesus served as a beacon of Christianity in a region steeped in pagan rituals, illustrating the transformative power of the Christian faith. These three cities, each with their distinct historical backgrounds, played pivotal roles in the biblical narrative. They were more than just geographical locations, they were epicenters of spiritual battles and victories. Their stories, etched in the annals of sacred scripture, are a testament to the enduring influence of Asia in the unfolding of the biblical narrative. These cities, each with its own unique story, further illustrate the significant Asian influence in the Bible. As we come to the end of our journey, let's recap the Asian influences we've explored in the Bible. We began our journey with the Persians and the Medes, two ancient cultures that played a significant role in the Old Testament. The Persians, under the leadership of King Cyrus, were the liberators of the Jewish people from Babylonian captivity, a momentous event captured in the Book of Ezra. The Medes, on the other hand, were the fierce warriors who teamed up with the Persians to bring about the fall of Babylon, as prophesied in the Book of Daniel. Our exploration then took us to the Parthians and the Elamites. The Parthians, hailing from modern-day Iran, were mentioned in the Book of Acts during the day of Pentecost. The Elamites too were present on that day, their roots tracing back to one of the sons of Shem, as told in Genesis. We also touched on the Babylonians, a civilization that held the Jewish people captive for 70 years, an event that profoundly influenced the Bible's narrative. The Book of Daniel, in particular, is replete with stories of their encounters. The Magi, those wise men from the east who followed a star to Bethlehem, were another Asian influence. Their journey, as depicted in the Gospel of Matthew, underscores the universal appeal of the Christ's message. We then venture to Lydia and the people of Asia Minor. Lydia, a devout woman from Thyatira, became the first European convert to Christianity, as recorded in the Book of Acts. The people of Asia Minor, now modern-day Turkey, were recipients of several letters from Paul, making their mark in the New Testament. Lastly, we delved into the cities of Thyatira, Pergamum, and Ephesus, each a recipient of the 7 letters in the Book of Revelation. These cities were significant centers of early Christianity. It's fascinating to see how these Asian cultures and cities have woven themselves into the biblical narrative, isn't it?